Hey guys, this is PDBM. This is a heroic council fight that I did earlier this week, January of 2024. Parsed a 99 overall and a 99 eye level. So I thought I might just use it as an example and talk a bit about what I'm doing, why I did it. Hopefully, maybe it helps some folks who are learning this fight or just learning Ret Paladin in general. So let's just get into it. Heroic Council is a three target fight. Unfortunately, they are very rarely all three together. So it ends up becoming a two target cleave, which we are not great at. Um, so basically, we will do a single target build and we change a couple of talents to be able to cleave the bear a little bit. It's not great, but it is something, right? So we will lust on pull, and not just this fight, but all lust phases is where we're going to maximize our damage potential the most. Um, with the added haste, we'll be able to weave judgments in between the divine residence casts far easier than we usually would, which means basically we'll have the judgment debuff and the 4-piece set bonus every single time we do a spender if we do it properly. So let's take a look how we start here. So I starting back a little too far, so I end up horsing over, but just doing regular old beginning here, just building up, popping CDs, I pop lust, and you can see that if we go back just a bit. So once I pop wings and lust goes, I'm weaving judgments and divine resonance. So I throw divine resonance, I spend, I throw judgment, and then I build up to 4 and spend before divine resonance throws. So that's going to throw, and then I'm going to spin, and then I'm going to throw judgment immediately, and then I'm going to spend another time while I have 2 seconds left on the divine resonance. So I'm just going back and forth with that. That's basically what I'm focused on during this, because that's where we're going to maximize our damage. And to build up to 4, I'm mostly using Hammer of Wrath, even though it doesn't work with our 4-piece like it did on the last tier set. It's still it's really strong in single target. So I'm going to build up to 4 with that as much as possible, while keeping our Blade of Justice dot up, which is important. So priority is Hammer of Wrath as long as the dot's up. If the dot's about to fall or Hammer of Wrath doesn't have any procs at the moment, then we'll do Blade of Justice. But we just continue weaving back and forth, you know. So you can see our opener is pretty strong there, over 400k. And then after everything falls off, we just go back into our regular rotation. And I know here he's about to charge, and I know that my mini go is about to come up. So what I really try to do is I drop execution sentence on the dryad, and then I'll spend and try to get Wake of Ashes on both of them before he throws out of there. It's just kind of a small thing, but it's something to help maximize our damage on this fight. So we get Wake, he runs out, and you can see he's got the Blade dot and Wake dot. So we've done our job there. I did get hit by the charge when I wasn't supposed to, so that's a mechanical error on my part. But so now we're just doing a regular old rotation, nothing crazy. I get ducked, I go out, get unducked, and get back in there. So at this point, we got no CDs. She charges out, and we go to Pip because she's pretty high still. And luckily, he kind of got stuck over there during his enrage, so we get to cleave a bit. So we got our CDs again, so I'll go ahead and pop everything on Pip here. I'm trying to cleave him as much as possible, but I don't want to stand in that green stuff either, so I'll just trying to do the best I can here. And it is much more difficult to weave the judgment cast in between divine resonance without the extra lust. So just kind of do the best you can. Sometimes if it's close, I'll just wait and and then spin. And sometimes I say screw it and just throw the judgment and just lose the holy power. I'm not sure which is best yet, honestly. I've just kind of been doing both. So now we're just doing regular old rotation. We've got the mini go coming up in a few minutes. Pip goes behind me, and it takes me several seconds to realize what's happening. So there's a lot of time of me just like standing there confused. I finally move over. Get out of the way of that like I'm actually supposed to. So we're just going through our regular rotation. Had the mini go there. Luckily, or one of my bros died just as my mini go was happening, so I got wings for it, which is pretty huge for me. So thanks to my team players there. So she jumps out. She's getting ready to do her alt, and I know that we're gonna have to charge him through her. So just kind of getting ready for that because I know also that we're gonna tank him next to her. So I just go ahead and pop everything, wait for him to get there to do wake, and kind of go through the rotation again. We're just building up the four, spending, trying our best to weave judgments in between divine resonance, which is more difficult, but it's still doable to a degree. That was another mechanic fail on my end there. I was supposed to take that charge and didn't. So luckily this isn't a mechanical video. They're just going through the rotation here. Build the four, spin, build four, spin. Doing all single target. No divine storms at all. We get them down. We finish off old Pip here. And that's basically the fight. And I look over and I see that I've done 278K, and I'm thinking, holy shit, that's going to be like a rank 1 score. But it turns out our evoker was buffing me. But so it wasn't 278, but it was 240, which is pretty solid. Turns out to be at 99, which is better than 99% of you guys out there. So there you go. Hopefully it helped a little bit. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to ask me. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks, guys.